What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today, yes, I'm going to be showing you a very detailed tutorial on how to make the perfect samosa and spring rolls you have ever eaten. Okay, so yes guys, if you're interested in this video, kindly stay tuned because we're about to get right into this video. But before that, kindly subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, and yes, let's get right into the video guys. Let's go. So we're going to first start off by adding a cup of flour into our mixing bowl. We are then going to add in some salt as well as some water. So all we're doing now is mixing our flour until a nice dough is formed, okay? So I'm adding in the water bit by bit until I use everything up. You don't want to add in all the water in the beginning or else it might be too much for the flour. So you need to add in bit by bit. So when everything comes together like this, you're not going to get your hands into the dough, okay? And you're going to knead this until a nice ball of dough is formed. So after mixing the flour and a nice ball of dough is formed like this, all I'm going to do now is transfer it to my surface. And I'm just going to start kneading the dough. If you're actually kneading your dough and you feel like your dough is very hard, you can just slap it onto your surface for a while, and this is just going to help loosen your dough, okay? It's going to make your dough very nice and soft, okay? Now look at how soft the dough is looking now. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue kneading this, and then we shape it into a nice ball. So there we go, this is our beautiful dough, and look at how beautiful this is. All I'm gonna do now is just put it back into my mixing bowl, and I'm gonna cover it with some kitchen towel, and we're gonna let this dough rest for up to an hour, okay? We've been working the dough and we want the gluten to relax, so we're going to leave this to rest for about an hour, okay guys? Alright, so after an hour, this is our dough now, okay? Don't expect your dough to rise because remember, there is no yeast in this dough, okay? So it's not going to rise, it's still going to be the same thing as it is, okay? So all we're going to do now is just transfer our dough to our surface again. And all we're going to do now is just divide our dough into 8 equal parts. So then we have our 8 pieces of dough, and all we're going to do now is just flatten the dough like this, okay? That's all we're going to do now. Just try and flatten our dough. You can also measure out the dough if you want like equal exact balls, okay? But I didn't measure it, I just eyeballed everything, and then yes. So we're now flattening the dough. All we're going to do now is just flour our surface now, and we're going to take out one of our flattened dough, place it on top. We grab our rolling pin and then we roll out the dough. Now you are really going to try and then roll your dough into nice equal sizes, okay? Try and make sure that everything you're doing is of equal sizes. So we have 8 pieces of dough and we are rolling everything out, okay? But we are going to roll 2 of them larger than the other 6, okay? And you will understand why in a minute. So just continue rolling your doughs and make sure everything you are doing is quite equal. So after rolling out all the dough, we're going to flour our surface once more. And we're going to lay down the larger roll. And all we're going to do now is just brush off the surface with some oil. And then we go ahead and sprinkle on some flour. We add on the next layer. And we're going to repeat the same process, guys. So basically, you oil the surface. And then you dust off some flour. So we are now going to add up the last layer, and this is the other huge one, okay? All we're going to do now is just dust off the surface, then we roll out everything. So whilst you are rolling this, the dough is just going to expand, okay? So that is why you need to roll the first two quite larger than the other ones. And when you are rolling this, you want to roll it into the size of what you're going to be cooking it in, okay? So if you are using a circular pan to cook this, then you need to roll it out into a circle. So that's what I'm basically doing now. So when you're rolling this, keep in mind that you want to roll it out to be very wide, but you don't want it to be very thin, okay? Because when it's very thin and you're done cooking it, it's going to be quite difficult for you to remove all the layers of dough, okay? So as we are rolling this, our pan is also on fire, okay? So immediately we are done rolling it, we're just going to transfer it onto our pan to cook this up. So all we're going to do now is just lay down our dough into the pan. After a few minutes, I'm just going to try and flip it over because you really don't want your dough to burn, okay? I think everything is looking good now. All I'm going to do now is just turn off the heat, and then we transfer this to our surface. Now what we're going to do now is just try and separate the dough, okay? Let me start from the back. And you got to do it very gently, okay? Because you don't want to tear your dough. There we go. I mean, guys, it's absolutely fine if your dough tear apart, okay? It's totally fine. Don't be so bothered about it, okay? Some will be good, some will not be good. It's all part of the process. Alright guys, so after separating the dough and cutting everything out, this is what we have now, okay? So this is your beautiful wraps for your samosa and your spring roll. Okay, let me tell you something, guys. I almost gave up because separating the dough was not easy at all. So I almost did give up, but I managed to get a few pieces, and yes, we are still going to work with this. Okay, so let me show you this, guys. So this is to tell you that if you try it out and it doesn't work out for you, do not give up. Okay, keep on trying. And yeah, so this is what we have now, guys. All we're going to do now is just place our wraps into a plate, and then we're going to cover it with some kitchen towel. Okay, guys, like I said, if you end up messing up, okay, do not give up. Okay, you can still fry these and get some nice flour chips. Okay, so yeah, do not give up. Okay, keep on trying, and eventually you're gonna make it. Okay. Okay, guys, so next off, we are going to be making our filling for our samosas. Okay, so I have here some sausage, and I'm gonna cut this open. So all I'm gonna do now is just take my sausages and cut them into halves. I'm then gonna take my dry blender, okay, and I'm gonna place the sausages inside. Everything is not gonna fit inside, so we're gonna do it in batches. Okay, I'm gonna cover this up, and then we're gonna blend this up until we get something looking like minced meat. Okay, so after mincing everything, this is what we have now. Okay, and this is what we're going to use as filling for our samosas. So we're now going to come to this side, okay, and we have our pan on fire. Okay, so we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of oil into our pan, and all we're going to do now is just wait for our pan to get nice and hot. Okay, so once we wait for our pan to get hot, all we're going to do now is just chop 1 onion. We're also going to go ahead and chop down 2 cloves of garlic. So I also have some leftover spring onions in my fridge, so I'm just going to use it up. So once our pan gets nice and hot, all we're going to do is add in our chopped onions. Just stir this up. We're going to fry this until it gets nice and translucent. Okay, so once our onions get nice and caramelized, all we're going to do is add in our chopped garlic, and we're also going to fry everything up. So next, what we're going to do is add in our minced sausages. So after frying this for a while, all we're going to do is add in some chicken seasoning, some dried oregano, some chili powder, and some mixed seasoning. I'm going to stir everything up. I'm also going to go ahead and add a pinch of salt. Finally, I'm going to add in my spring onions. So you can use this for your filling. So our filling is almost ready. Okay, if you want to use this for your filling, you can use it for your filling. Okay, but I'm gonna go an extra step and add some cornstarch slurry. Okay, now the reason why I'm adding this is because it's gonna make everything nice and wet and juicy and moist. Okay, like I know some of you like it that way. Okay, so if you want it that way, then you need to add your cornstarch slurry. Okay, and that's a combination of 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, so you can now turn off the heat because our filling is now done. Okay, so guys, we are almost done. Okay, we are now at the final part. Okay, how to roll your samosa. Okay, first gonna start off with the spring roll because the spring roll is kind of like the easiest one. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is take in some filling and we layer it down. Apply some water. Okay, so I have some water here. Apply some water to the edges of your dough. You fold everything on top of each other like this. Press down the sides so everything is nicely sealed. And then you fold the ends on top of each other like this, and there you have your perfect spring roll. So moving on to the samosa. Okay, so yes, so this is what I know everybody's waiting for. Okay, so folding the samosa is very easy. All you're gonna do is fold one right angle triangle like this. First apply some water, then fold it, and then you fold another triangle again. And now this is the space for your filling. Okay, so I'm gonna add in a generous amount of filling. There we go. I'm also gonna apply water here so everything is nicely sealed. And then we're gonna bring this over to the side. And this is what we have. Gonna apply water to every part that's going to be like a joint. So this part, we seal it with some water, and then now this is the part we have left. So we add some water to this part, basically this whole part, and we fold it on top of each other like this. Press on it very firmly. And yeah, this is your perfectly rolled samosa. I'm going to repeat the same thing with all of the sheets that I have. Let's take it one more time, guys. Fold a right angle triangle, apply water, press on it so everything is nicely sealed. Fold another triangle, and this is the space for our filling. So a generous spoonful of filling, get inside there. Okay, we add some water to the other side of it. We're gonna press everything down. So there we go, and this again is our perfect samosa. Okay guys, so this is basically what we have now. Okay, so yes, you can store this in the fridge for any time you want to eat samosas, or you can just go ahead and fry this straight away. Okay, but I'm not going to be eating any of these. I'm going to give it out to friends for them to try it out. Okay, so yes, follow me as we take it to them. Okay, let's go. Alright, so I'm done, and I'm just gonna call all my friends and see if they're available. Okay, what's up? Yeah, so I actually made something today, and I was calling to find out if you're available so I can bring it to you. So are you home?
No.
Why are you?
I'm at class.
Oh, okay. So when will you be home?
Like in 4.
Okay, so 4. So should I bring it to you or you come for yourself?
I'll come for it.
Okay.
When I'm coming.
Okay. Alright, sure. So I'll see you at 4 o'clock, okay?
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Alright guys, I just had a visitor and I fried up one for him, okay? So I fried up the spring roll, so yeah. So he's gonna be the taste tester and he's gonna tell you what he thinks about it, okay? So yes, I'm giving it to him to try it out.
Yo guys, so I'm about to try it out, so let's see how it goes. The vegetables too is okay. The sausage, oh wow, nice combination. How did you blend the sausage inside? It's good, it's good, it's good. I have to put this one for my butter test.
Alright, so do you remember the scraps of dough that was left? Yes, I told you guys, you can go ahead and fry it up, and yes, you would have beautiful flour chips like this, okay? It's crunchy, it's delicious, and yeah. So guys, do not throw it away, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out. Okay guys, so there we have our beautiful flour chips ready, okay? So just listen to this, guys. Open up, guys. It's super crunchy, guys. You can also go ahead and add in some of the filling. Let's give it a try. So you see, guys, if you try it out and it doesn't work out, don't feel sad, okay? You can also make something special out of it, okay? So yeah, I hope you guys give it a try, and thank you so much for watching this video, okay guys? I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.